Here we have the new 2025 GMC Acadia. This one comes in the AT4 all-wheel drive trim level. Ebony Twilight Metallic is the paint. And then we do get the Cortec Forest Storm interior, so that's cloth and leather. But for the powertrain, we get a 2.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder made into an 8-speed automatic transmission. And just really liking the overall design of the AT4. As we come around to the front end here, we get our LED headlamps along with LED daytime running lights, LED fog lights. Love the red recovery hooks up front. And I just love the galvanized, almost steel look of the grille there. Just a very aggressive, yet sophisticated look for this vehicle. Nice Goodyear Wrangler tires, 18-inch aluminum wheels. Passive keyless entry on all 4 doors. Power door lock controls are here. We get one touch up and down for the driver's side window and then express down for the other 3. Power mirror controls are here. Blind spot monitors, power lift gate, and then we do get a 12-speaker Bose sound system. Electronic parking brake here, drive modes, all-wheel drive mode, auto stop toggle. Hood release there. Manual tilt telescoping steering wheel. Here's our power driver's seat with 2-way power lumbar support. Now I want to give a big thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this Acadia AT4 today. I'll leave a link below in the description. But if you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click on that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information. I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But I just want to give you a quick look at the options on this one, and then the fuel economy with all-wheel drive. But I have that seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs, so we're gonna see how we sit behind myself. So pretty good legroom in my opinion for a 3-row SUV like this. We get the seat back pockets on both sides. You can see the 3rd row there, and then you can see the space that there still is for that 3rd row passenger. Now down here we get our rear AC controls. There's a 3-prong household plug-in, 2 USB-C ports, 3-stage heated outboard seats. There's a look at the front from back here. Now with the panoramic sunroof, this has the cover all the way up, so that's what that looks like there. And then LED lights throughout. Let's make our way towards the back. Now our child locks are manuals, so you can lock and unlock right there. Fuel filler. And as we come around to the back end, love the rear end of the Acadias, the new ones. And especially with this AT4 quad pipes, it just looks fantastic. And honestly, behind the 3rd row, pretty good space here. And if you want to, you can fold this down. And then when the seats are up far enough, these will fold flat, and you have your top tethers on the back of the seats themselves. And then I forgot to mention in the 3rd row, bottle holders and a USB-C port on either side, which is always nice. And then there's a 12-volt right there. Rear passenger side. Pretty easy to fold the seat there if you need to. And then you can just pop it back into place. And there are your anchors for the car seat if you need those. And then here we have our power front passenger seat, with 2-way power lumbar support, just like the driver, which is nice to have. Little run-through storage area here with the 12-volt. Glove compartment there. And then as we come back around to the front, we're just gonna take a quick look in the engine bay. There's that 2.5 turbo 4. Now I'm gonna show you the turn signal indicators on the side mirrors. That's what those look like. And I like how they look on the side as well of the headlamps. Let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. There's the horn. And then we do get a heated steering wheel, leather wrap button is right there. Now to the screen, this is a 15-inch diagonal AM, FM, XM, Bluetooth audio, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, of course, Google Assistant, Google Maps. So everything that you expect to have on here is here. You can toggle ambient lighting there. The Google Maps system here, you got to walk through a bunch of settings you have to confirm, but love being able to actually use the system. Very easy to use and pretty easy to get your destination up and going. Now for the climate control, it is dual zone automatic. So I'm just going to show you that really quickly. So you can adjust that, as well as fan speed, fan direction. You get 3-stage heated cooled seats on this one, which with how it's equipped with the luxury package. So a lot of different ways to actually activate everything. Now for your headlamps, that is going to be in the screen. So you have to go here. There's a shortcut for it, which I like. And you can set that to auto or low beams, or actually go into the controls where you have your fog lights, the auto high beams, all of that, even your hill descent. And then you can go into the lights here and adjust those from there as well. You also have your garage door transmitters in those settings there. Vehicle status here. I like the graphics here. You see tire pressure, brake pad life, and all of that, oil life. Or you can go into each gauge setting and kind of see everything there. But also a very quick system, so it's pretty easy to actually go through everything, which I also appreciate. Backup cameras there with the guidelines. Front cameras there. You also get the curbside view and then the trailer hitch view as well. Now wireless charging pads down here. You get a USB-C, USB-A port. Bottle holders are here. And then your center console cubby space. Removable tray. Pretty deep sized pocket. And you also have a light in there so you can see things when it's laid out. Up here, this is where your hazards are. Sunroof controls, sunglasses holder. Now let's see what one touch does on the slide. So it goes pretty far back. Hit it a second time, basically goes almost behind the glass, the fixed glass. There's a look at the back. Vanity mirror there. And then back to the steering wheel itself. Blinkers, high beams, windshield wiper controls, rear wipers with the fluid, and then you can push in for that front fluid there. And then our shifter is right here on the column, so hit the brake, pull for neutral, pulling down for drive, pulling up for reverse, press P for park. While you're in drive, you can actually hit this L here, activate that limiter, and then that low mode will kind of keep you in your gears, and you can see what gear you're in that bottom right hand corner. Now we do get adaptive cruise, so we can activate that there, cancel, set the speed, adjust the gap. And we also have our mute, Bluetooth, voice recognition, audio sources can be toggled and scroll through with this button here. And then you can hit this and go through your gauge clusters. So you get 3 of those. Heads up display right there in the middle. Push button start. Finally, here's your key fob with remote start. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2025 Acadia AT4 with all-wheel drive out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Acadia AT4, people complain about the 2.5 turbo 4 being in here, but it's actually a pretty potent engine. Feels quicker to me than the outgoing, well, I should say the still available V6, but certainly feels better than the 2-liter turbo that you get in the XT6. But this also is just a more fuel efficient engine. It feels quicker off the line, more fun to drive in my opinion. Just might not be as beefy feeling as a typical V6. Specifically the 3.6 that was in these for a long time. I'm gonna put it into the all-wheel drive mode. Gonna slow down here. Here we go. So it wasn't flooring it by any means. Just wanted to kind of get up to speed normally. But I think a pretty nice pickup there. Gonna transfer it back to two-wheel drive. And then I'm gonna put it into the sport mode for a minute, but really liking the overall feel of how this drives down the road. Easy to control, not overly loud in my opinion. Pretty smooth actually as I sit here coming down the road. But the overall visibility is good in here. I like how even though the hood doesn't necessarily slant down as much as I would like, it's certainly not intruding on my view space. It just, you're kind of looking up and, well, I guess looking down, so it's lower, but it's not necessarily slanted, but it still doesn't hurt visibility, and it makes for a more aggressive look, I think. But driving dynamics are great. Love the brake pedal feel, gas pedal feel, the steering dynamics, and all of that. Now I want to give one more thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this Acadia today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find a vehicle like this closer to home, click on that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. Now here at Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro, they do offer a lifetime powertrain warranty, so that'll cover your engine, your transmission, turbo. So it's nice to have that. But honestly, for the money, I think this is a pretty solid, in this segment, I think it's a pretty solid deal just compared to the other trim levels that are offered for the Acadia Traverse. Even just looking at other vehicles in the segment, something like this, like an Explorer or a Highlander, something like that. I feel like this is a good price for a more desirable, better looking SUV, I think. Reliability wise, I can't really speak on that because this is a new powertrain, but places like here, again, at this dealership, they offer a lifetime powertrain warranty to kind of help you with your fears, if you will. But overall, like the luxury package, I think for the, what is it, $1,150 or whatever it is, $1,200, not bad for what you get, especially adding the cool seats. I love having the panoramic sunroof, the heads-up display. Heated steering wheel is a nice touch here. And if you're looking at the AT4 trim, this is just how I would get mine equipped. Now the ebony twilight metallic, pretty color, but for the extra money, I might just try and see what a standard color would run me, just depending on what those are. I'm not for certain, but these actually look good in white. Again, I don't know if anything else doesn't cost money, but just depending on how much you're wanting to spend, if it's really a big deal. The sticker that I showed in the walk around portion just kind of helps with how you might want to equip this to save money, or if you have a must-have feature, what package you want to get. But I think this is a solid SUV in 2025. With all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review. of this 2025 GMC Acadia AT4 with all-wheel drive.